Look, he is talking about some rogue historian like D.N. Jha, who claimed that Nalanda was burnt not by Bakhtiyar, but was burnt by two Hindu monks. ये इनकी हिस्ट्री है। इनकी हिस्ट्री इरफान हबीब से शुरू होती है, रोमिला थापर पे खत्म होती है, जो कि कह रहे थे कि राम जन्म भूमि का मंदिर है, डिस्ट्रॉय नहीं किया गया। बाबरी मस्जिद के नीचे हिंदू टेंपल था ही नहीं। और उसके बाद क्या निकला सुप्रीम कोर्ट और एएसआई इन्वेस्टिगेशन में। तो लेट्स नॉट गो बाय दिस। ये लोग फ्रॉड्स हैं। डोंट आस्क हाउ दीज गाइज बिकेम फ्रॉड्स। आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन दैट। आई एम इंटरेस्टेड इन द टॉपिक राइट नाउ, which is very important, and thank you for conducting. And I also want to appreciate the remarks of Mr. Sanjay Jha. For a change, he said, not for a change, I beg your pardon, but he's made some great points. I want to, in the end, if I get 10 seconds to add to what excellent points he made. But yes, have you ever wondered, Navika, this simple thing? Indian Christians never eulogize barbarian mass murderers like General Dyer or Lord Canning. They don't protest when truth is told about the evil British Empire. But why do Indian Muslims eulogize barbarians, mass murderers like Babur and Aurangzeb? Why do they protest when the truth is told about the evil Mughal Empire? Think about it. That is the question that must be asked, but not answered, because that would make people in this country uncomfortable. The fact is, our textbooks must tell the truth about Mughal barbarians, but not to illuminate Muslims, but to illuminate Hindus. Navika, nations weaken not because of their past, but rather by how they are taught it. And for 75 years, we've been taught to forget historical injustices. We've been taught to eulogize genocidal mass murderers. And so India is a nation that glorifies self-loathing and self-flagellation in equal measure. A nation where people still go and pray at the grave of Aurangzeb, who imposed tax only on non-Muslims, beheaded Guru Tegh Bahadur, entombed Shahzadas alive, decapitated Sambhaji Maharaj, demolished Kashi Vishwanath, and murdered 4.6 million Hindus. Aurangzeb and Babur were Baghdadi and Bin Laden 350 years before ISIS and Al-Qaeda. There is no difference between Aurangzeb apologists and Holocaust deniers. Twisted minds in need of medical intervention, but it's not the fault of these demented brainwashed zombies, Navika. No, it is our fault. It is the fault of what our school textbooks taught them. Tell me, is there a Hitler Road in Tel Aviv? Another canard, just 30 seconds, spread by WhatsApp Islamist historians and their white masters, is that India prospered economically during the Mughal period. This is a blatant lie, disproved by data provided by historians and economists such as Madison, Broadberry, and Custodis. India's share of world GDP actually declined after 300 years of Mughal rule, from 25% in 1500 to 16% in 1800. The GDP per capita also either declined or remained stagnant all through at 550